For my project, I produced 3 products for a teenage horror film called Unknown Caller. I produced a trailer, my main product, a poster, and a film magazine front cover. The colour was very important to me and something I kept constant in all 3 products. For the trailer, I filmed with a tungsten bulb which gave a blue effect, as well as darkening it and giving it a tint in post-production. The poster, I gave it a blue filter using Photoshop, and the magazine, I made sure my actress was wearing a blue top. I used the same font, Synchro LET, throughout the 3 products, so it's important that they could interlink. I used it at the end of the trailer, the title of the poster, and in a puff on the magazine cover. It was important to convey narrative in all 3 products, therefore I made sure that there was a phone as a main feature in all 3, whether it was the phone ringing in the trailer, Claire on the phone in the poster, or Claire on the phone again in the magazine cover. The tagline is really important as it is used to convey narrative, and therefore I made sure to use it in both the trailer and the poster. However, I didn't use it for the magazine cover, as this is not a common convention, and instead used the slogan, "On the set of DeSalis' gripping teen horror," as this can be used to lure the audience in to read the magazine. I found it was really important to interlink the products, therefore I used the same images in the magazine and the poster that I used in the trailer. For example, this image in the background here I used for the poster, and this image here was used in the magazine. Genre was another key concept that I had to use in all 3 products to make sure that it was clear that this was a horror film. Therefore, on the trailer I used shots that were quite scary and had the threat in them, and then I used this again in the poster with the hand on the window. For the magazine I made it a horror special edition, which meant that with my film on the front cover it was clear that this was a horror film. And I took puffs of my friends dressed up in scary costumes for the other films that were advertised. And these were quite scary and also added to the genre. For my credits, it was important to abide by the laws and follow the font that's set out for you to use, which is Universal Accreditation. Therefore, I used this in the trailer at the very end, on the slate at the end. And I also used it on my poster with my idents from the trailer, so they're all linked together. And I used it for my actors' names on the poster to give a more professional look. I also included the film website www.unknowncallermovie.co.uk on the final slate in the trailer and underneath the billing block on the poster. This also links the products together and encourages audience to visit the website where they can find out more information about the film. Each product is targeted at a slightly different audience since they are all consumed in different places. For example, the trailer may be seen at the cinema alongside a range of films potentially of different genres. This therefore needed to appeal to a wide audience. The aim of the poster is to advertise the film and to encourage people to go and see it. Therefore it needed to be eye-catching as it could pop up anywhere, on billboards, buses or tube stations. The magazine also needed to stand out, and therefore I used complementary colours of red and green since the audience would see this on the shelves alongside a range of other magazines, particularly competitive film magazines such as Empire and Total Film. This will also need to appeal to a wide audience since it will be seen on the shelves in most newsagents and supermarkets. However, I tried to appeal specifically to fans of the horror genre by making it a horror special edition. So those are my 3 products. Of course, while they're very similar, we've got all the same sort of colour schemes and fonts and things like that, they've also got their own individualities, which is what I wanted to get across. For example, in the trailer I had more actors featured, since in my trailer there is the other girl, Charlotte, who doesn't actually feature in the poster or the magazine. So this way it's because the trailer usually gives a bit more about the film and sort of is the main thing that makes you go and want to go and see it. Then in the poster I added a glow effect which gives it a more sort of distorted look and also adds to the genre and gives it a more of a sort of spooky effect. And for the magazine I gave it more of a different colour scheme. It's got more of a green background, which although it's seen in the trailer, it doesn't actually relate to the poster, so then it sort of makes it different since the magazine company wouldn't actually be related to the film itself. But overall, I'm pleased with my products as I feel that they all look as though they're all part of one film, especially with my character Claire, who's the main feature in all 3 products. As you can see, she's lots of close-ups used in the trailer of her. Then again, on the poster, we've got a close-up of her on the phone, and finally, on the magazine, she is the main feature.